Dripping Springs High School was the location. 31-5 Reagan Rattlers squaring off with the 31-3 Lake Travis Cavaliers in Game 2 of this best-of-3 game series in the regional quarterfinal round of the Region 4 playoffs. Rattlers head coach Chance Chapman and Cavaliers head coach Mike Rogers had combined for over 1,000 victories as managers, LT trying to avoid a third consecutive third-round exit from the postseason. The Texas High School Baseball Coaches Association had the Rattlers ranked second in the state and the Cavaliers fifth in the latest Class 6A poll. Reagan opened the scoring on a sacrifice fly by Hilton Brown, and Seth Morrow crosses the plate, 1-0 Reagan on top. Still in the first inning, Reagan's Ben Sanchez with the RBI single as Josh Colleen scored 2-0 Rattlers after 1 inning. Meanwhile, Reagan's starting pitcher Josh Buski was locating his fastball well and used his slider and change to perfection, striking out 9 Cavalier batters on the night. Buski allowed just 4 hits and blanked the Cavaliers for the first 4 innings of the ballgame.
You know, we've played 4 or 5 playoff games and we scored first in every playoff in the first inning, and you know, that's great because it allows your pitcher just to be able to relax and go out there and pitch. It doesn't feel like he can't let anybody get on base or anything like that. And Josh Buski, I mean, what an incredible job. Those guys got a great lineup over there.
Lake Travis starting pitcher Jimmy Lewis settled down and retired 13 straight batters after allowing 2 runs in the first inning to San Antonio Reagan. In the bottom of the 5th inning, trailing 2-0, Lake Travis had runners on the corners when slugger Dylan Weiss singled in Bryce Weisinger. The Cavaliers cut the Rattlers' lead to 2-1, but the Cavs were not through. Lake Travis pitcher Jimmy Lewis helps his own cause with a double down the left field line just past Rattler third baseman Hilton Brown, plating the tying run, and it was all knotted up at 2 in the 5th inning. With a couple of runners in scoring position, Buski recorded a strikeout to end the 5th inning, and he was pumped. Buski would have to leave the game due to a high pitch count.
Josh had an amazing performance. Knew their backs were against the wall, knew they were going to come out a little harder, and he pitched a great game.
Meanwhile, the Cavaliers had managed to tie the game up at 2, and their pitcher Lewis still had not allowed a hit since the first inning. To the 6th inning, the Rattlers get it going when Porter Brown shows you why you need to run out a routine grounder. Lewis could not handle the toss and was charged with an error as Brown reached base. Lewis settled down, recording a strikeout. Then Porter decided to take matters into his own hands. Porter is off, steals second base. The Cavs thought they had him, but Ben Sanchez then grounds out to third to end the threat. 2-2 with the Cavaliers coming to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lake Travis threatening with the go-ahead run at second, and Reagan reliever John Fraga induces a comebacker to the mound. He knocks it down and makes the putout at first base. Game tied at 2 heading into the 7th inning.
John Fraga the last 2 nights has given us, some quality outs.
Now to some controversy. Top of the 7th, tied at 2, Dalton Brieger bunts the ball down the first base line, and Cavaliers catcher Aiden Babinski collides with Brieger and is called for obstruction. After an umpire discussion, Brieger was awarded first, and Mike Rogers was not on board.
I don't think it was malicious or anything. Their feet got tangled up, and they made the ruling they did. It helped us out.
Technically, I think he has to let him run to first base or else it's obstruction, so I think they got it right.
That was a huge call because later in the inning, Seth Morrow would drive in the go-ahead run with a seeing eye single over first base. Wow, would that be your game winner?
I was pretty lucky we were playing on turf today, or else I don't think that would have went over. But, I'll take it. It's a big-time game, and, they're really good. They had an awesome season.
Seth probably hit just around 205 in district, and in the playoffs he's probably hitting over 400. I mean, that guy, when it turns May 1st, there's a light switches with that guy, and he's a completely different player. And that's why we've been able to score more runs now, is because he's getting on base, and he's got guys behind him like Porter and Hilton and Josh Colleen and Cal Martin, and hopefully we can keep it up.
Travis Staley comes into the game like he did in Game 1, 6-4 victory for Reagan, trying to earn his second save in 2 days. The Rattlers star quarterback has been injured most of the season, but stood tall on the mound. He gets Dylan Weiss on a nice pitch for a strikeout. Then trouble mounts. Lake Travis gets a stolen base and then would follow that up with a walk and put both runners in motion in scoring position. Spencer Weinzek at the plate, runners on second and third. and Chance Chapman comes to settle down Staley. Lake Travis was a single away from forcing a Game 3, but it was the Travis on the hill who made his pitch count. Yes, strike 3, ball game. The Rattlers eliminate the Cavs from the playoffs with a 3-2 thrilling victory.
Staley gets credited for a couple of saves. Who would have thought that a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, no kidding. But I tell you what, that guy's got a bulldog mentality, and you know, when the game's on the line, you want that type of guy on the mound, and with him back, he makes us better.
I've been out of play since for 3 weeks now, and I just want to come through for these seniors. It's just a great group of guys to be around.
Rattlers sweep 2-0 and advance to the 4th round of the playoffs.
You know what? That's what you train for. That's what you live for. Those big-time games, you just want to come through for your team.
This game was intense the whole time, and we just kept battling and battling, never gave up, and that's just what we do throughout the playoffs last year and this year, and we've been coached to do that.
It's a testament to my guys because, you know, they battled and battled and battled, and we were able to come out on top.
Once again, your final score, 3-2. The Reagan Rattlers defeat the Lake Travis Cavaliers, eliminating Lake Travis from the postseason. Reagan star players, Seth Morrow. He had a couple of doubles and a triple in Game 1. Also had the game-winning RBI here in Game 2. And how about Travis Staley? Picked up a couple of saves despite the fact of being injured pretty much most of the season. Battles through it and earns a couple of saves here against LT.
The Rattlers will take on Laredo Alexander coming up in the 4th round in Class 6A. For theoldcoach.com, I'm Jeff Power.